All right, next up we have Nas Illmatic. Here's the 10th anniversary edition, and your cut on here is It Ain't Hard to Tell.
Also produced by the greatest of all time.
Yeah, and you can pick anything you want on there.
Nas on Breaking Atoms.
Oh, man.
The Human Nature sample. Oh, man. This is so good.
I always like the drums on this. The sample is cool, but those just such a boom bap.
Well, see, so one of the reasons that I love this record
Yeah.
is because it's what I call the juxtaposition,
Okay.
which is Large took a sample source from Michael Jackson, which everybody felt like was unclearable at that time,
Right.
Okay.
and got it cleared. Or shout out to Faith Newman. But you have this beautiful, pretty arrangement,
Right.
with these super hard
Drums were
drums.
Yes. Yes.
And it was like the perfect. It's hip hop embodied in one song.
Yeah.
Totally.
There's no singing in the hook. There's
Right.
no chant.
Yeah.
It's just. It ain't hard to tell. That's it. And then Michael Jackson's just like
Yeah.
ba-da-ba-ba, ba-da-ba-ba. What's also interesting about this record, when you go through the various demo versions,
Yes.
which are all floating around on the internet,
Yes.
that led up to this version,
Uh-huh.
it's like you could tell that when you go back into when you listen to those demos, you can get a glimpse into the creator's thought process. Like Large was
100%.
like, all right, hold up. Let me try these horns. No, let me
Right.
try these drums. No, let's do this. No, let's do that. And at the end, he just took the MJ loop and the Earl Clue drums and said, all right, let's boom. Get it
Yeah,
done.
and those demos, I mean, I've obviously went back and heard those years
Right, of
later,
course.
you know what I mean? But this is the superior version. I
Of
mean,
course.
like
but it's one of
yes.
the rare times
Yeah.
that you get a glimpse
to
Right.
see the
into
steps.
the thought process.
right,
Yeah.
and that creative, I mean, it is nice to go back and hear those things, but sometimes when you get to that final
No,
version,
no,
you're just
no,
like,
see, here's the thing. Like,
Yeah.
if one of those demo versions had
Yeah.
become the final,
yeah,
You wouldn't have known.
Right.
No,
Yeah.
no, well, actually, you might not have even liked the song. Like, I listened to those demos and I'm like, this is cool.
Yeah.
I would have not have fallen in love with this record
Right.
if this was the version that came out, as opposed to this. And the funny thing is, at least in terms of the end result, as a listener and as a fan, this is the simplest version.
yeah,
There's no
I
drum.
never heard the demo, so
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Right.
This is the simplest version. It's
Okay.
a drum loop, a filtered bass, and an unfiltered sample.
Okay.
That's it.
yeah,
But it gives it room to breathe. You get to hear Nas.
Exactly.
You know, he's not cluttered
No,
up.
go back when we're done with this. Go back and listen, or Google. It ain't hard to tell demo version or original version.
yeah.
Okay.
You'll hear the difference.
All right.
Totally, totally Paul. This is like it's clear that this is the final. I mean, this is so clean and concise and perfect.
The other thing is those other versions were probably had more work put into them.
Right.
Because the drums were programmed.
Longer verses and
Right.
shit too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But this is it.
Yeah.
Simplicity is key.
Well, how about this? Let's talk about this for a second, because
Oh.
we can't talk about this.
Nas is the king of disco. Nas.
Yeah.
Boom,
So
boom.
hold on.
That bass line when it kicked in. Oh,
Doom, doom, doom.
Yep.
Goes back to what I was saying about drum programming and live musicianship. Like that bass was a live played bass. That wasn't a
the way it came in.
wasn't from the sample.
Boom, boom.
And I would argue that this version is just as good as the original version. I mean, I love this shit because it's
you
so
know what?
different.
From a technical standpoint,
Yeah.
I agree with you 100%.
From
Okay.
a party standpoint,
This sets it off. Because what you do is you play the Biz record,
Yeah.
you play Nobody Beats the Biz,
Right.
because I'm highly recognized, Nas. It works. It's, again, Large Professor is my personal goat for a reason.
Yeah.
This is one of them.
Yeah.
You know, like,
Yeah, which he produced this too, if
Right.
you're just joining us.
so, like, but Biz didn't say Nas is the king of disco.
Right.
He's highly recognized as the king, but the way he
Right.
yeah.
amazing.
Have you ever peeped the creators' UK remixes of Ain't Hard to Tell? And one uses
Yes,
that
and they came out on a 12-inch later on.
yeah. And it uses that same sample that Preem used for Too Deep, Gangstar Too Deep.
Yes.
Yeah, and
Yes.
they're-
Yes.
They're also incredibly dope.
They're dope,
Yeah.
but they're not
I mean,
effing
right.
with this.
Yeah, well, these two,
Yeah.
you know,
It's almost like if somebody, for sentimental reasons,
Yeah.
the original is my favorite.
right.
But from a technical standpoint, these are.
Yeah.
It's one of the few times where you say which is better, the original or the remix. You can't. Really.
Right.
Yeah, you can't.
Like
no.
Shut 'Em Down remix.
Yeah.
Like you can say, all right, yeah,
That's just
Pete's
it.
remix is
That's
obvious.
it. Yeah.
That's Pete at his zenith.
Yeah.
Yeah, without a doubt.
But
The original's a
this
banger.
you can't really, or like even like Flavor in Your Ear,
Right.
or any of the classic rap remixes.
Yeah.
You know, there's a clear winner.
Yes.
There's no clear winner here
Right.
at all.
All right, and I'll have to say that by the time we decide to stop doing this show, every song off Illmatic will have been chosen.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
sure.
I mean, Sky Zoo took World Is Yours, Apathy took Halftime.
Yeah.
You know, and now you've got Ain't Hard to Tell. So
Yes.
pretty
This
soon we'll be
album.
through all 10
Yeah.
tracks.
If I had to pick one, like
Yeah.
by one, like we were talking about off camera, I
Yeah.
don't like to do lists. I don't like to say
Right.
this is the best ever. If I had to pick my favorite song of all time,
Yeah.
it is the original It Ain't Hard to Tell.
Okay,
Woo.
there you go.
You just heard it.
Nas, It Ain't
Look,
Hard to Tell.
You heard it. He said it.